Hello everyone. Now we have to discuss the very most important concept of circuit analysis, that is transient state analysis. Means we have to observe the transient behavior of the circuit. Already we have discussed the steady state behavior of the circuit, that is sinusoidal steady state analysis of the circuit, right? So now we have to discuss the transient behavior of the circuit. So when a circuit is switched from one condition to another condition, means what? Closing of a switch or opening of a switch. We can say that initial and final condition. We will discuss in detail what are the initial and final conditions with respect to circuit. We have a separate lecture on this. We will discuss in detail. So when a circuit is switched from one condition to another condition, either by change in the applied voltage or change in one of the circuit elements, maybe R, L and C, then there is a transition period occurs. Okay, during this period the currents and voltages changes from their previous values to new values. So for this I would like to consider one example. Let us take the value of current or voltage, whatever it may be. Let us take the value of current, which is equals to supply voltage. We all know that by R e power minus t by tau. Why it is exponential term? Because the transient behavior of the circuit should be explained by this exponential term only. We will discuss how we can get this exponential term. Okay, so the value of I can be changes by changing the supply voltage, right? Either by change in the applied voltage, that is nothing but supply voltage only, right? This is Vs, or change in one of the circuit elements, change in one of the circuit elements. Here R, say here the value of R is responsible to change the value of current, or tau, where tau is nothing but what? Where tau is nothing but time constant. So for example, if we consider RL circuit, the value of time constant is changes. If we consider RC circuit, the value of time constant changes. So it is total depends upon the value of R, L and C. Okay. R, L and C depends on circuit. That's it. Okay, depends on circuit. So we are going to get the different values of current by changing the value of supply voltage or by changing the circuit element. So because of the change in the circuit elements, obviously the time constant also changes. So by changing either Vs or R or time constants, we are going to get different values of current. So during this period, the current, for example, here we are considering current, right? So during this period, the currents or voltages changes from their previous values to new values. That state is nothing but transient state. So for one value of time, we are going to get one value of current, right? Let us say that is initial value of current. So for one value of time, we are going to get some another value of current, that is assume let us say that is a final value of current. So that initial value of time to final value of time is there now. That time is nothing but transition period. That transition period is nothing but transient state. Okay. So next, after this transient state, the circuit will entering into steady state. Already we have discussed this steady state analysis. Only means what? This transient state is nothing but temporary state, that is nothing but sudden change in the circuit. When we close the switch, because of the sudden change, what is the transient behavior that we are going to observe? Okay, that is transient state of the circuit. Okay, for this let us consider one example. Okay, let us take current. Again current Vs by R into 1 minus e power minus t by tau plus, let us take Vs by R. R you can consider voltage. Let us voltage across resistor is nothing but supply voltage into, let us say, e power minus t by tau plus, let us say, Vs. So here which is the transient state representation and which is the steady state representation? Simple. This is what? This is steady state. Like that, this is what? This is what? This is exponential term, right? Exponentially rising. Coming to this is what? Exponentially decaying. Okay, means what? Changes from one value to another value, that is the meaning, which represents what? Transient state. Which represents what? Transient state. Like that, this is what? Steady state value of current. Like that, this is also steady state value of voltage. Means what? Constant, right? Constant value of current, constant value of voltage. What will happen if we have constant value of current? Obviously the inductor acts as open circuited, right? Already we have discussed these points. When the instant of switching, inductor acts as open circuited, capacitor acts as short circuited. Like that, after some time, that is steady state, the inductor acts as what? Short circuited. Like that, capacitor acts as open circuited. This is what? Steady state. So after this period, the circuit will entering into steady state. So the steady state is the final state of the circuit. Transient state is nothing but temporary state, but ultimately we are having the steady state. Okay, for example, 0 seconds to 0.1 seconds is nothing but transient state. From 0.1 to infinite time we are having steady state. For example, here I am considering. Okay, that is the analysis of transient as well as steady state. So in a RL, RC and RLC circuits, the application of KVL to a circuit containing energy storage elements results in a differential equations, right? Means L into di by dt. Like that, in case of capacitor, the value of current is what? C into dV by dt. Those are nothing but what? Differential terms, right? So by the application of KVL in case of RL, RC and RLC circuit, we are going to get differential equations which are solved by what? Two methods: non-homogeneous differential equations, homogeneous differential equations. So before the discussion of this solution of this two methods, first we have to discuss the order of the circuit. Order. What is meaning by order? Before that, the number of energy storage elements represents the order of the circuit. let us consider RL circuit. In this RL circuit, like that RC circuit. So how many energy storage elements in case of L? Only one, right? Like that in case of RC circuit, how many energy storage elements? Only one. So first order circuit. This is also first order circuit. Let us consider RLC circuit. In this is one, this is another one. That is what? Second order circuit. That is, if we are representing in time domain, Laplace domain, if you are dealing with Laplace, obviously S, right? S power k, for example, S power k. Where k represents what? Order. That is S power 1, that is first order. S power 2, second order. S power 1, S power 2, S power, like that, S power k, which means what? First order. This is second order. This is third order. This is, for the best example for this, you can consider for first order, let us say S plus A. For second order, you can consider S square plus AS plus B. For third order, you can consider S cube plus AS square plus BS plus C. Like that, for kth order, you can consider different example. So this is the order of the circuit. Means what? Which represents the energy storage elements. So we can count the number of energy storage elements in the given circuit if the energy storage elements are represents the order of the circuit. For example, if you are dealing with the RL, series RL, parallel RL, that is first order circuit. Like that, series RC, parallel RC, that is first order circuit. Like that, if you are dealing with series RLC circuit or parallel RLC circuit, that is second order circuit. Okay, this is the order. Now we have to discuss that how we can get the solutions of the differential equations by homogeneous method or non-homogeneous method. Let us consider first non-homogeneous differential equation. So for this non-homogeneous differential equations, what is the form? That is dy by dx plus ax, which is equals to b, right? The representation is like this. For this non-homogeneous representation, dy by dx plus ax, which is equals to b. So for this, we are having the general solution. How we can get the general solution? Then general solution for this non-homogeneous differential equation is nothing but CF plus Pi. We will discuss what is CF Pi later. Like that, for homogeneous differential equation. What is the representation of this homogeneous differential equation? That is dy by dx plus ax, which is equals to 0. If it is equals to 0, that is homogeneous differential equation. So for this, what is the general solution? Which is equals to complementary function only. That's it. So what is this complementary function and particular integral? Note, CF means what? Complementary function. What is the representation of this complementary function? That is, let us discuss particular integral. This is what? Particular integral. So general solution consists of what? In case of non-homogeneous differential equations, complementary function plus particular integral. If it is homogeneous, we are having only complementary function. So for this complementary function, what is the representation? How we can represent this complementary function? Which is equals to, let us say, constant e power minus ax, like that. For this particular integral, what is the representation? E power minus ax integral b into e power ax dx. So this is the representation for particular integral. This is the representation for complementary function, where k is what? Here k is nothing but arbitrary constant. That's it. So initial conditions are responsible to calculate that arbitrary constants. To calculate arbitrary constants, we can use initial conditions. So by using the initial conditions, we are going to calculate the value of k. So this is the introduction part of this transient state analysis. What is the transient state analysis? Or we can summarize. Now you can listen carefully. The summary is very most important. First point, when output of a network is represented as function of time. When output of a network is represented with function of time, ultimately we are dealing with time domain analysis, then it is said to be time domain analysis, right? That is, what is the representation? Output should be represented with what? Let us say C of t, which is equals to, that is output, C of t is equals to, this is what? Ct, that is transient state, plus Css, steady state. This is what? Transient state. This is what? Steady state. Clear? If it is represented with function of s, if it is represented with function of s, then it is said to be frequency domain analysis, right? Next, we have to write another important point. What is that point? Transient behavior or transient response is the temporary response. Is the temporary response. Due to what? Transient response is the temporary response due to sudden changes in a system, due to sudden changes in a system, that is closing or opening of a switch. Next, when the system finally settles down to a value, the response is said to be what? Steady state response, right? When the system finally settles down value, the response is said to be steady state value or steady state response, right? That's it. That is, we all know that steady state means what? Final condition, right? That is, by using final value theorem, limit t tends to, in why it is infinite, we are dealing with steady state, right? T tends to infinite. What is the output? C of t, right? Should be equals to what? Steady state value, right? C of ss, that is, which is equals to 0, which is equals to, that is, this is what under steady state C, this is what the value of steady state value. Sorry, this is C of ss, right? This is finite value. Sorry, this is finite value, which is equals to finite value. But at this steady state, that is C of t, finite value should be equals to, let us say, Ct, that is nothing but transient value, which is equals to what? 0, right? Which is equals to 0. That is, what is that meaning? Transient state is absent. That's it. We will discuss in detail with circuit. First we have to consider RL, RC followed by RLC. Then you will have clear idea about this transient state behavior of the circuit as well as the steady state behavior of the circuit. This is about the brief introduction of transient state analysis.